Okay, let's dive into what is, without a doubt, one of the biggest energy stories happening right now. It has huge implications for, well, for all of us. And it all kicks off with one single, absolutely mind-boggling number. 150. Yeah, just let that hang in the air for a second. What on earth could that be? That's it, 150 new nuclear reactors. And get this, they're planning to build them in just the next 10 years. I mean, the scale and the speed here, it's almost hard to wrap your head around. And just to really put this into perspective for you, China isn't just building a lot of reactors. They're building more new reactors than the entire rest of the world combined. Seriously, more than everyone else put together. So while China is just hitting the accelerator hard, much of the West is, still kind of paralyzed. We're haunted by the memory of accidents like Chernobyl and Fukushima, and that creates this huge, fascinating split in where the world is going with energy. Which leads to the big question, right? How is this even possible? Well, it's a story about China's incredible energy leap, from coal dust to nuclear power. And that really is the central puzzle here. For decades, when you thought of China's energy, you thought of one thing: dirty coal. So how did they manage to pivot so fast and become a pioneer in nuclear? Okay, so a huge part of the answer is the tech. China is mastering these new fourth-generation designs and what are called Small Modular Reactors, or SMRs. The key thing to know is that these aren't your grandpa's nuclear plants. They're designed to be way safer. They have these passive safety features, which basically means they can shut themselves down without a human having to flip a switch. They're more efficient, they're more flexible. It's a genuine game changer for nuclear. But here's the thing. Fancy tech is only half the story. The real secret, the engine driving this insane speed, comes down to a fundamental difference in how they build things. It's really a tale of two models, two completely different worlds. So what we've got are these two competing philosophies. On one side, you have what we'll call the West's bespoke model. And on the other, you have China's repetition model. Now, the names might sound simple, but trust me, the difference between them, it changes absolutely everything. Here's a good way to think about it. Imagine the West is building a nuclear plant. It's like commissioning a one-of-a-kind, handcrafted luxury car. Every single project is a brand new design with custom parts, and it always runs into new, unexpected problems. China, they're doing the complete opposite. They treat their reactors like a high-tech assembly line, standardize the design, and then just build it. Again, and again, and again. And the results? Oh, they are night and day. With that bespoke approach, costs in the West are famous for just exploding. Projects drag on for decades. But with the repetition model, China's costs are actually dropping as they get better and better at it. And new plants, they're getting them done in just a few years. And that's the bottom line, isn't it? It's all about ruthless efficiency. Every single time China builds another one of these reactors, they learn something. They get faster, they get cheaper. It creates this powerful loop of improvement that the West, with its one-at-a-time projects, just can't compete with. So look, dominating today's nuclear tech is already a massive deal. But what's really going on here is that this whole process, it's the training ground. It's the warm-up act for an even bigger prize. The ultimate power race. Yeah, we're talking about moving beyond fission, that's splitting atoms, to the absolute holy grail of energy, nuclear fusion. This is the very same process that powers the sun. It's the promise of nearly limitless, completely clean energy. And you can bet the stakes in this race are, well, they're almost impossibly high. The source material for this explainer puts it pretty bluntly. If China wins the race to nuclear fusion, it won't just dominate energy. It could reshape the entire balance of global power. Think about that. The country that figures out commercial fusion, they don't just win the energy market. They could literally lead the entire 21st century. Okay, so let's bring this all back down to Earth. Why should you care about a nuclear building boom happening halfway around the world? What does this new reality actually mean for us? It matters a lot. This whole race is going to have a direct impact on your future energy bills. For real. It's going to determine whether we can actually hit our climate change goals. And yeah, like we just said, it's going to help decide what the world looks like politically for the next century. And all of that leaves us with one last big, provocative question.
As the West seems to be stuck in neutral and China is flooring it, you just have to ask, is the future of clean energy and everything that comes with it now being built in the East?